Hello guys, this is Blade from Team Liquid presenting to you a Zerg tutorial video series which I have obviously stopped doing lately because I kind of stopped playing Wings of Liberty. This is going to be from Heart of the Swarm, a Zerg vs Terran, and this is going to be how to deal with mech. I saw a lot of posts on Team Liquid and the Reddit community about Terran mech being too strong, and I disagree very heavily, so I decided to make this video and start making these videos again for Heart of the Swarm. So without further ado, let's begin. So one of the things I heard complaints is they just don't know how to deal with Widow mines, which I call Widow rockets, and just mech in general being very strong. And this map is a very good mech map because it's very easy to kind of split the map, and then Terran can kind of turtle and go into that Raven BC composition. Obviously, I'm not going to... in Heart of the Swarm, you do not have to let that happen because Zerg has this unit called the Viper, which is incredibly powerful versus mech. This is a unit I have been using versus mech, and I have so far never lost. Yes, I am 9-0 versus mech, I think so far, since I've discovered the strategy versus the mech composition. Never lost with it, and yeah. Not much else to say. So this is going to be a standard macro game. I don't remember if he makes any Widow rockets this game. If he doesn't, I'll explain what you should do to counteract that. And this is just going to be a typical game. This game, I'm sending a drone to scout for possible proxies. Odds of him doing it aren't likely, but it's always good to make sure. And I'm going to be doing a 15 hatch. And this is a 9 overlord. That's when you should always get your first overlord, is on 9 supply. And this overlord's just going to be over here to look for bunker placements if he places any. And then obviously the 15 hatch goes here. And nothing out of the ordinary, so here comes my drone to go 15 hatch, and I'm going to 16 pool. And notice I'm scouting. This is to see if he went CC first, 1 racks, 2 racks, hit his racks, and his gas timings. I think it's very critical as this allows you to kind of be more greedy depending on what you scout. Obviously I scout the 1 racks and no gas, so this normally points to a 1 racks fast expansion. And here comes this overlord, which I'm going to be placing right here. Placing it here so that I would place it here, but I think this game he sends a marine here and I can't quite do it. If you can get your overlord here, do it, because that way you can check his expansion timings and then you can sacrifice it later in the game, which you want to do at about 5 minutes, or 5:36 minutes. Yeah, as you can see, he sends his marine here, which is what a good Terran player should do, is put his marine about right there to prevent the overlord from getting over here. And this drone's here just in case he did do some, he proxied that second racks and whatever. I pull this back soon. So, as you can see, just kind of droning, transferring 5 drones to my natural because it's about to finish. And what I like to do is go gas, or not gas, queen, queen, and then I'll make 2 more queens. So once I start my second set of queens, which will be my 4 queens, I get my first gas. And let's see, obviously I can't really scout this, but I'm pretty sure I know what he's doing. And I do scout this with my lings. As you can see, I have 4 in production. I like to have control of the watchtowers always, and then I can use them to kind of make sure he took his expansion like I think he did. Which obviously I'm going to. So as you can see, I'm going to start my 3rd and 4th queen, and then I should be getting my gas pretty much, there we go. That's my gas timings in the ZVT matchup, and I really like these timings. I'm not really spreading my overlords too much because I don't want to let Marines kill them or Vikings. A lot of Terrans are making Vikings, or at least 1 Viking, so that they can kill overlords over here, and so I'm not spreading them until later in the game. And as you can see, I'm going to send these lings here, get kind of map control. He's shooting that. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is Hellions, I believe. I don't remember if he goes Widow rockets this game. I want to say he doesn't, but he might. If he doesn't, I'll explain again what to do. So obviously these queens are just a spread creep. 1 gas so far, and getting my roach warren, which I got at about 5:45, 6 minutes is when you should get this. That is so that you can counteract the Hellions, or, as you can see, the Widow rockets he's building right now. They're just a good unit you should make. And once you see Widow rockets are being made, you should plant a spore down so that you can get detection of it. And I will say right now, in advance, if there's lag during the video, I apologize. I don't think my hard drive can handle the fraps at full screen quality, but I'm not going to change it. So if there's lag, I apologize. I'll fix it for the next video. But yeah, so just spreading my creep, nothing out of the ordinary. He's using these defensively, and he's making a Banshee, I believe. Yep, so he's going to go Banshee. This is pretty much exactly like Wings of Liberty Terran, except he's making the Widow rockets. And Hellions, obviously. So I'm going to explain what you should do if he's going Widow rockets and being aggressive with them. I'll probably do another tutorial on this, possibly, depending on how much people struggle with it. So you should always try to stop them from landing in front of your natural, if possible. And you should plant a spore crawler and just move it up so that you can snipe the Widow rockets until they're gone. That's what I would do. That's what I do, and it works very effectively. Obviously, you have to be careful with your army, otherwise you'll lose it because they're really powerful in the early game. And he's just scouting around, trying to do some harassment. I'm taking my third. Started my lair really late at about 8:20. That's a really late lair. You should start this at probably 7:30, but this game I just started it late. It doesn't really matter too much. And I guess I don't know if I explained this, what my strategy is versus mech. So what I do versus mech, I go double upgrades. I'm getting melee right now because I thought he might have been going bio, but you get range and carapace, and you're going to be going the roach, hydra, viper composition. That composition is incredibly powerful, and like I said, I've never lost with it versus mech yet. Haven't lost a game yet. Actually, I haven't really lost the game versus a Terran using the Viper period yet, but most of them go mech, so that's what I'm saying. And my creep spread could be a little better, but that's not the focus of this video. So he's obviously going 2 Banshee for harass. I believe I saw these, but I can't say for sure. And okay, so I'm going to explain the fun parts of this build. So this infestation pit I'm making as soon as my lair finishes. As soon as this finishes, I'm not going to get any upgrades from it, and I'm going straight to hive tech. That's it. Just hive tech. Not going to do anything else with it, and I'm going to be dealing with this Hellion harass. You should always have a Ling over here so you can scout his third timings too. And my Overseer did see he's going mech. And this is just irritating. Irritating, but not like game ending. So I'm just gonna kind of hold and getting him back. And he does a Hellion run by, and I don't remember how much damage this does. I don't think it does very much. Obviously spreading my drones. I think these do actually quite a bit of damage. And again, getting the hydrogen when I start my lair tech. So let's see, how many drones did he get? Yeah, he only killed 8 drones for 10 Hellions, I think that, or 8 Hellions. That wasn't worth it. So again, he hasn't taken his third yet, which is something I don't know for sure yet, but it's good to know in general. Third timings are very important to find out. And he's just now starting 1-1 when my 2-2, or well, I forgot I got melee. So my +2 carapace should be starting any second now. No idea what that drone's doing. So, wow, I'm surprised I haven't started that second carapace. Anyway, as you can see, just going roach ling, and since I know he's going mech, I'm not really doing anything. And I'm getting some hydras for the Banshees that he has. And yeah, I think this video is going to be pretty laggy. It's going to kind of suck, but I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Alright, finally start that +2. Creep spread again. It should be further out, but yeah, not the focus. Now, notice I do have map control, so I can see when he moves out. So if he had moved out early, I would have I would have just made a bunch of roachling, and I would have held. There's really not much he can do. Look at his army composition. He doesn't have very much. He can't punish my 4th. He can't punish my army composition. I'm in a fine situation right now. There's really not much he can do. And obviously my hive is finishing. And notice, no upgrades. Just getting their hydra upgrades. Just ignoring this altogether. And I should be making vipers anytime now. And you will see just how strong they are in this game. So notice how I'm making Evo chambers. I actually don't know. 750 health. How much does a spore have? Yeah. So I'm making Evo chambers so that I can use my vipers on these Evos. On these buildings I don't care about. I don't want to use them on a hatchery. Don't want to use them on what I'm using to upgrade. Don't want to use them on tech. I want to use them on something that does not matter. These are 75 minerals. I can afford to do this. Someone home? Anyway, so I'm making 3 Evos. I do make more as time goes on, and my vipers are going to get energy from these. As you can see, wow, sorry about the lag. Again, sorry, I apologize for the lag. And as you can see, taking energy from that. He's got a bunch of siege tanks, which crushes roach hydra without vipers. And kill those banshees. And look how fast that died, because I'm getting the energy. You do want to replenish drones when you do make these, because you don't want to obviously go low on the drone count. And notice this is a typical game versus mech. Normally they do a pre-hive timing. I'm actually surprised he hasn't. Oh, he doesn't even know I'm hive. Okay, that's interesting. But normally they'll try to do like a pre-broodlord timing that I don't even do anymore. So this will kind of crush that too. And I'm getting a 3rd macro hatch because you get a lot. I don't know. You mine a lot more, it seems, in this game. And so I'm going to deny his 4th. And that's sloppy, very sloppy of me to let those get hit. Not a big deal. And so that's our first engagement. And you'll notice he's just kind of got his stores. He's only got 1-1, but he has 2-2 on the way. And I'm not attacking yet because I don't feel comfortable. Because you still don't want to attack in a choke like this, because it just would take too long. The blinding cloud would affect. So I'm waiting till he moves out of his little encampment before really attacking him. And I have 3-3 on the way. And again, look at all my vipers getting energy. I should be making more Evos soon. Yep, there we go. Making more Evos. And I have plenty of drones. And again, I'm just waiting till he moves out. Right now he's in a very defensive encampment, and I don't want to risk engaging it like that. So I think he's moving out, and as you can see, this mech ball, if it wasn't for vipers, would absolutely destroy this army. But I have the 1 unit that'll be why I win this battle, and that is the viper. I almost believe this viper makes mech obsolete and you cannot go mech. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel right now. I feel the viper makes mech not very useful. How did he die in acid? That was weird. I must have been being retarded because I'm not killing. There we go. He killed all those drones there, which is sloppy of me. And again, I'm just denying his 4th. I'm not going to rush in. I'm just going to wait until he decides to attack. The Vikings are smart because he wants to try to snipe these. And obviously that. I think I make a critical mistake. I think I bunch all these up and they all die in one shot to the Thors. That's something you want to avoid, these Vipers are very fragile. They've only got 120 health. They die really fast. So you don't want to clump them up, and I think I do. So he's going to try to take a fourth. And... okay, they all die. Nope. But as you can see, half his army is up here, is way out of range, and this army just dies. And now here, obviously, I'm like, oh shit, and retreat. I attacked kind of poorly into that because I didn't notice that he had an army up here. I thought they were all down here. So that army fight was a little closer than it should have been. But, so he's going to get a fourth for now. I still took out a big chunk of his army, and I have a huge bank, so this is fine with me. I'm making some more Vipers. Whoops, forgot to change the production tab. Getting more Vipers, roach hydra, and I'm going to do another attack. Because again, denying this fourth is my main goal, and until I kill his army and kill his fourth, I'm not going to go for the kill. And as you can see, getting energy from those evos, something every Zerg should be doing when going the Viper. Just kind of keeping up on my injects, macroing up. I should honestly be taking this base and this base, but I forget these bases exist sometimes. And now that I finished my 3-3, I can actually use these on these, on these evos as well. And you'll notice I have Lings here to scout for this base. And he's just kind of turtling. He's got his fourth up, but he's not mining the gas, which is really what mech needs. So I'm just kind of waiting for these to get all the energy they can, and then I do an attack. Now I'm getting double spire. This is not for broodlords. I have no intention of going broodlords at all. This is in case he's going like BCs or something, you know, battle cruisers. And I need to get some corruptors up. That's the only reason I got that. I don't plan on transitioning into broodlords. Roach Hydra Viper is, in my opinion, stronger. Well, maybe not stronger versus Terran, but it's more mobile and more fun to play with. So he sees my army, and he's just... I'm not sure why he's not maxed again yet. It's kind of weird, but... So again, I think I lose these Vipers stupidly right here, and it'll delay my attack a little bit, but I could be wrong, I can't remember. Yep, right there. As you can see, I clumped them all up and they all died stupidly. That was really dumb of me. But it doesn't really matter because he only has 4 tanks, so I destroy this, and I believe I retreat. Yep, so I'm just retreating with my army. I can't really engage this, obviously, because I only have 1 Viper, so I'm replenishing on Vipers. And that was a very sloppy engagement. You should be spreading these out, because you don't want to lose them like that. They're a very gas-intensive unit, and they're really, obviously, strong. So obviously I've denied his 4th. He's starting to run dry. I think he's mined out of his main and natural. So he only has really 1 fully mining base. I mean, he's mining a little bit from here, but not much. And he can't get a 4th. I won't let him. I'm on 5 bases. I mean, this game's in the bag. There's really no way I can lose this, even if I lost my army. And he's making ravens, which is an interesting decision, but it's not very useful versus this composition, I don't think. Oh, actually, maybe so. I forgot about PDD, point defense drone, for anyone who's curious. So I believe this is the last engagement, and I'm just kind of spreading my army, and I attack. And again, Blinding Cloud. You'll notice I'm not using Abduct too much this game because Blinding Cloud is just stronger. I'm going to use Abduct there because they're running away, and I pretty much kill everything here. I don't know if I have enough for another Abduct. Oh, I do. I didn't realize Abduct was only 75. That's pretty cheap. And again, I lost them all stupidly, but it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, I have such a huge bank. He doesn't have a 4th. I have creep spread blocking it anyway. So he holds, but it's over. I mean, I'm 100 food up. Just getting my reinforcements, getting double spire upgrades. And I'm gonna go kill him, and I believe I finished this, obviously, with my reinforcements. Notice I have a few roaches up here. That's because Terran players like to sacrifice Hellions for drones. Even with these 3 spines, Hellions will kill all your drones, so I always leave a few roaches behind. Just makes it easier to defend. And now I remember these bases exist and take it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this game is over. And so pretty much I'm going to do one final Roach Hydra Viper attack. And I mean, look at his units. He's got 3 tanks, 2 Thors, some Hellions, and 5 Ravens. That's not enough. So pretty much I'm just waiting for myself to attack, because I mean, all I need to do is just go attack and I win, and yeah, here goes. So notice how much more aggressive you can be with this composition than you can with like any other composition. You can just be very aggressive thanks to the Blinding Cloud and Abduct. And I probably didn't even need these, but I use them anyway. And just abducting everything. Blinding Cloud, just killing everything. And I mean, that's pretty much game. I mean, as you see, I literally just went Roach, Hydra, Viper, all game long. I mean, he's never been able to keep a 4th for more than a couple minutes. And so now I'm just gonna go kill him. He actually doesn't rage about this. He actually asked me what do you think he should do, and honestly, I don't know. And that's pretty much true. I'm not sure if mech can beat Roach Hydra Viper versus a good Zerg, but I could be wrong. Again, it's kind of hard to judge because there's not really pros playing this yet. And that's that. So, yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and if you guys would want to get more updates on this or anything, just subscribe to my Twitter, Blade555, that's 3 5s, and my stream, Twitch TV, Blade55s. I stream a lot of my HoTs play. This game was streamed, actually. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.